Good evening, one and all. I don't know if anyone had got actually what I was saying just before. Good evening, one and all. Sorry about that. Hello, it's Disturbo from RacingOz.com, and I'm here with you tonight for Race Spec Esports Pacific Series and Tier 1, of course, on the Formula 1 2019. And we are coming to you tonight from Brazil, round number 20, second last round. And after a pretty intense race last week, hopefully we're going to see some similar sort of action here from Brazil. And this is turning out to be quite a circuit, this one in Brazil. It's showing some interesting racing in the past in real life, so hopefully that plays through here tonight. Yes, as I was saying, Disturbo from RacingOz.com is my name. Avenger Ben, my partner in crime, unable to join us tonight, so I'm going it solo. He's caught up at work. As we're in the early throes of qualifying here from Brazil, and currently provisional pole being held by Zeppi. Now it looks like, and I'm sure you can see this yourself, we have no Amazing Hour with us tonight, because champion-elect Amazing Hour. Now this is obviously not going to affect any of his standings, as he is well and truly champion. Absolutely no one can catch him. But I believe we still have a bit of a fight going on for the next few positions in the championship, second, third, fourth. That is still not yet 100% decided. At the moment, it looks like we have Spilly here on a lap. He's already set a lap, being third fastest. He's already out on another lap. Interesting circuit, Brazil, very narrow compared to, say, like the track we were at last week, a circuit of the Americas, which was like a 6-lane highway. This is very narrow, very tight, and fantastic track undulation as well. This adds so much more character to the track. And the way in which you attack the corners, this Billy's picked up a lot of time so far, up 3/10 on his personal best. See if he can jump up in the order. And he goes second fastest. So he drops a tenth in the final sector. Still improves on his time and moves up a spot. Not that far behind Zeppi, in fact. And looks like Aaron has moved up into provisional pole with a 108.3 after another run from him. Let's join Zeppi now as he goes on another run. So with Amazing Hour not participating in this race, it'll be interesting to see who's going to bring the pace. We've got a few guys. We've still got Pete Crichton here. We've got Plevs. Oh, and looks like Zeppi's gone way off there at turn one. That's completely and utterly ruined that lap. So unfortunately for him, he'll have to go again. And right, so Crossy now looking to complete a lap, and he's up on his personal best. Still needs to find a bit of time if he wants to jump up the order a bit further though. He's getting a nice little tow here from Pete Crichton as he dives into the pits. So Crossy goes up into fourth fastest now. There's a Renault there of looks like slideshow or sideshow off the track there, getting out of the road in round orthodox fashion. And Plevs on his outlap, looking to set his first proper flyer. Hasn't set a real representative time yet. Pete Crichton actually set his fastest time so far in the hards there. Good, not just under a second slower. But let's watch Plevs now as he goes for his first full flying lap. Hard on the brakes into turn one, dives down, switches back to turn two, goes wide around there for three. Heads the inside, watch out for the cars exiting, and he moves across there to get a little bit of a tow. Every little bit helps. Now into this tight twisty section as he goes up the back of the hill. And this is where you could make or lose a lot of time. It's all about trying to maintain the corner exit speed. Without compromising entry into the next corner. And he's a good 4 seconds up because on his previous time there, but that's not a representative time to go by. Back on the main straight now, hugs it right on close to the inside, and only fifth fastest from Plevs. I don't think he'll be happy with that. He's still a good 4 tenths away, 3 tenths away there from Aaron. So if you're looking to see what's going on there and then trying to improve on that. Your current provisional pole sitter in Aaron. Aaron showed a bit of, I think you must like this style of circuit. He did show a bit of pace there in Mexico, I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was Mexico. A similar sort of short style, twisty circuit. He did show a bit of qualifying pace there as well. So he sets out on another lap. with 6.5 minutes remaining. Here he goes, wide in the turn one, brings it down. Hugs the inside of 3, got the DRS open, trying to get a bit of toe from the car in front. He's just a bit up on his first sector time. LJB shoots himself up in the second fastest. So he's improved a good measure there. Pete Crichton still down 11th, but still on the hards. He's trying to do some multiple laps by the looks of it. Aaron, meanwhile, continuing on this lap. Coming up to the sector 2 marker now. And he's found an extra 10th, so he's improving. Oh, geez, got a little bit slidey there in the entry. May have cost him, but he found a 10th in that middle sector. Can he maintain that or keep it? He crosses the line, just improves. So he stretches the gap a little bit. Zeppi now to cross the line, and does he improve? He does, but only just, so he stays third fastest. Spilly meanwhile in 4th. Crossy there in 5th. Plevs, Banana Josh. New name there, Kasuche. That's all I'm going to say. It's pronounced, I don't know how, but we'll go with that. Toddster there back in 9th. So Pete's dropped now to 12th. Yet to pit on those hard tyres. To see, he looks like he could be going. He's improved his time. He's a 1.9 flat. So he looks like he could be going for a strategy call here, but is it going to be enough on this circuit? That's the question. So he's going into the pits now. Meanwhile, Suskas back out on soft tyres. He's looking to jump the order here. Or jump up the order at the very least. He comes now up into the start-finish straight. Complete the lap, hugs it side on the inside. Where does he go? Well, actually he improves, but he doesn't improve enough to move up the order. I don't know if he's going to be happy with that. So it looks like we're going to have one more run coming from our competitors. There's 3 minutes of this session remaining here. Kisuche, who looks like he's standing in for Amazing Hour in the Upper Romeo. See what he can do. There's Andre on his lap as well. Kisuche coming up now to start his lap. It's right on board. Here we go, the main straight, DRS wide open. Come out to turn 1, 50 metre board hard on the brakes. Don't lock the tyres, take the inside, nice apex. Just the 2 and then 3. A little bit too wide there, but he is alright. Again hard on the brakes. Narrow circuit, this one. This looks so narrow compared to some of the other circuits we've been at, especially that Texas circuit we were at last week. Now be patient on the throttle. You don't want to light up the rear tyres. Still got to make your apex. has improved on his time. He may jump a position, but not much further at this stage. We'll see where he ends up. All basically full throttle from here. And he moves up one spot to P8. And here is Zeppi meanwhile. Zeppi not up on his time. There's got Aaron in front of him. Oh, that was close. Zeppi down in fourth, can he improve? He's about 2.5 tenths off provisional pole at the moment. What's he got in store? He's only up half a tenth. Can he find any more in that last turn? He's hanging right on the inside, trying to minimise the distance travelled. And no, he's actually lost time there. And Banana Josh actually usurps him for fourth. Here goes LJB. He's looking to move up into provisional pole if he can. Where does he finish? And he goes provisional pole. Well done to LJB, and it looks like Aaron is not on a flying lap and has no time remaining. No, he's done. Spilly is off the track here. Plebs all the way down in 10th position. Wow, that's not good from Plebs. Not sure what happened to him there. Maybe he just doesn't want to agree with the circuit, I don't know. Pete Cryan actually comes out. Oh, big stack there right at the end. I don't know, was he on a, is he on a, no he's not, he's crossed the line, so he's not on a lap. But Pete Cryan coming out on the medium tyres right at the end and actually going third fastest on the mediums. So the only car to start the race with a different set of tyres is Pete, and it's on the second row of the grid, so that's done very, very good for his chances. He'll be able to go fairly deep into the race. And will he choose a softer compound for the last stint? Who knows? Depends on how long these soft tyres do last. Everyone has crossed the line or pitted, so there'll be no more times to come. So Aaron being dipped at the post there by LJB for pole, but he does start on the front row. So there is your grid. LJB, Aaron on the front row. Second row, Pete Crichton starting on those medium tyres, followed by Spilly. Look at that time. LJB and Aaron very, very close together, and Pete Crichton and Spilly only 5 1/1000ths of a second between them. And not that far behind was Banana Josh and Zeppi on the third row. Todster, Rock, Crossy, Plevs all the way down to 10th. Kasuchi, Sideshow, Andre and Suskas makes up the 14 drivers competing here today. Right. So, Brazil. Carnival time. Let's see what sort of race action we have in store tonight. Waiting for everyone just to load up before we start the formation lap. So this, I might just grab the quick opportunity to have a quick look at the championship standings. So I apologise for the screen blockage. Yes, as I was saying, I do apologise for the screen blockage there. I'm just trying to bring up the championship standings. Doesn't want to work for me. Come on. Go there. Doesn't want to work. Alright. On screen. Apologise for that. Alright, here we go. So, as we mentioned, Amazing Hour not with us tonight, but no big drama for him. He's can't be headed, so it's a bit of an early holiday, I'm assuming. Somebody else's shot for some glory. Will it be LJB? Will it be Aaron looking for their first wins of the season? Will it be Pete Crichton, add another victory to his belt after almost take? I think, did he take out? I can't remember. A few other guys in the field there. Toddster, Plevs coming from back down in 10th. Can he work his way up through the field? All these questions and more. Right. The field is coming to make up the grid now. And we're getting set for 36 laps of Brazil. Ready and waiting. Yellow flag sector 3, even though there's no cars there. It's all good. 5 lights are on, and we are racing the Brazil Grand Prix. LJB with a fantastic start. Aaron pops in behind him. Spilly in third. Everyone seems to get around the circuit pretty easily. No dramas there. And you can see Pete Crichton has actually lost the spot there to Spilly, and he's trying to get some extra heat in those medium tyres. Oh, there's a couple of cars going extra wide there. There's a bit of a gap there already from where the cars are going off. A few cars trying to grab a few spots while they can. Zippy down in 6th. He's lost a few spots. Pete Crichton's got Banana Josh all over him here. Manages to hold him off, and that was without the aid of DRS. So Pete maybe actually be struggling in the first couple of laps here on these medium tyres. We saw him weaving a bit earlier there. Oh, and a nice crossover move there from Banana Josh. He gets up the inside of Pete Crichton, going almost side by side up the hill. Can't quite get it done. Yeah, maybe Pete's struggling a little bit in the first few laps. He's waiting for those tyre temps to come up. And for that initial soft tyre advantage to fade on the guys in front of him. Billy now coming up close to Aaron in 3rd position. Someone change camera, thank you. DRS is now activated. Nothing much happening. Everyone's just sort of settling in, feeling their way around. LJB is your leader. So Aaron now breaking away a little bit from Spilly and actually trying to catch onto the back of LJB. With that DRS now in effect, making his job a little bit easier, but following this close behind the car through this section of the circuit is quite difficult. You do lose a lot of the downforce afforded to the guy in front. Certainly helps in a straight line. You can see he's half a second behind, 6/10 behind even. You watch that close up. Already it starts to close up. DRS, slipstream, closing. Will we see a move? He goes down the inside, chucks it down there. LJB stays a bit wide. Tries to stay in. Spilly wants to get a piece of the action as well. Now LJB with the DRS, he does close as well, but I don't think he has much chance there. No, he doesn't. Meanwhile, Plebs has made a move and up into 7th spot now, past the Rock and Kasuchi, whatever. Past the two Ferraris, the Ferrari and the Alfa Romeo, I should say. Up into 7th. Pete Crichton still in 4th position, still well within touch of the top 3. Todston now making his way past Kasuche, or at least attempting now passing the Rock. He goes down the inside. A little bit of wheel banging there, and the Rock keeps the position as they head up the main straight. Aaron goes so deep under brakes, he had it all locked up there. The DRS gets him close on this straight, but not close enough to make a move. And we've got our first pit stopper, and Kasuche is already into the pits. Lap 6 here. So Aaron now looking to try and at least break away a little bit from LJB and Spilly and try and minimise that risk from the DRS and the slipstream. It's a good exit off the turn there, actually pulled away a little bit. And once this DRS opens, as it does now, you'll see that reduce. Is he close enough to make a move? No, he's not. And again, Aaron holds off LJB. So is this judicious use of the battery here, used for his defending. So LJB a lot closer here on this straight. He makes the move down the inside. Chucks it up there. Side by side with Aaron. But no, Aaron maintains the lead. Good fair racing. continue on. So it's like the top 5 now. Form their own little battle pack. Once again, LJB's within a half a second, coming up to the main straight. Can he do anything this time around? No, he can't. Let's just check. Let's just see what the telemetry says about the battery issues here, because it'll be interesting to note. You've got Aaron with basically no battery. He tries to charge it up. Using all the systems available to him to get as much power in that battery as possible. Meanwhile, Pete Crichton is pulling up alongside Spilly here. Had a bit of a look, but not quite enough to make anything move there. So here he goes, using all the power he's got available. Oh, and Zeppi running very wide there, allowing Pete Crichton through. Sort of just gave that one to him on a silver platter. Pete Crichton up in the fourth position. I dare say Zeppi probably made a move onto him in turn 1 there, just didn't pull off. LJB. He's got the battery in full discharge. I think Aaron's just got a little bit too much for him. 333 kilometers per hour. And Pete Crichton did hand us some time penalties. And here we go. LJB down the outside. Can he get a move done here? I don't think he can. You've got the double left-hander, of which Aaron was on the inside for. But Pete stays around the outside. He'll have the inside line for this turn. Can he stay there? He does. And pulls ahead and is now retaking the lead. Spilly now trying to take some advantage of this, but not quite able to. It's a fantastic battle going on with these two in front. We're 10 laps into this race. DRS once again, but Spilly also has DRS on Aaron. Aaron trying to go down the inside of turn 1, but doesn't not quite far enough ahead. But he is close enough here into turn 4. Can he make a move now? He goes round the outside, and Spilly makes it. Oh, Spilly double move. Not quite getting in front of Aaron there, but LJB in the space of one corner has gone from first to third. He was able to hold them off into turn 1, but then through turn 2 and 3, he was obviously compromised on his exit out of 3, and he just got past like he was standing still well before the braking zone into turn 4. And he'll be looking to rectify that situation promptly. with all these guys not usually having the chance at a taste of victory, so they're fighting tooth and nail. Spilly now down the inside of Aaron in turn one and gets past him for the lead, but Aaron wants to go again. Aaron, of course, will have DRS this time around for the second straight. Can he stay ahead? Spilly moves slightly to the middle. Aaron now calls the bluff, goes back to the front. I think Spilly's probably ruining the fact that he didn't move over to the middle of the track there. Oh, Zeppi almost didn't pull that one up. All this battling up here in front has allowed the battle pack to grow. We see Crossy and Plebs actually joining this group in 6th and 7th position. Now here we go. Aaron pulling away once again. He's almost a second ahead of Spilly here. But Spilly will not have DRS. Oh, yes he will, he just got it. But he's got these two killer bees in the two Mercedes right behind him. LJB and Pete Crichton. Now Pete Crichton getting ahead of his teammate. Oh, and who's that gone spinning? Oh, we've got 3 cars off. We've got Plebs, Zeppi and Crichton and LJB. Both Mercedes have gone off, as well as Zeppi. Well, that is a massive turn up. I couldn't quite see who may have been at fault. The glare was pretty bad. Don't know if it was preceded with any contact, but there's certainly a little bit of contact after some cars started spinning. It's dropped the two Mercedes down to 6th and 7th position. Plebs jumped up a position, getting past Crossy there, and he's now in 3rd. Spilly kept in 2nd spot, but he's now 1.5 seconds behind Aaron, which is good news for Aaron because it means that he doesn't, Spilly won't have the DRS. Well, not even halfway through this race. And we've got some cars pitting, so we've got this LJB, Zeppi and Banana Josh all pitting now. They've had enough of these soft tyres, they want to exchange them for something nice and new. The hard tyres for these guys. Pete Crichton stays out, of course, still on those medium tyres. Now Plebs is looking to close in here on Spilly, which I think he's doing. He was a second and a half behind, he's now less than a second. So he's going to look to put some pressure here on Spilly. So Plebs coming alive now. This point of the stint. Still in the lead by 1.4 seconds. Plebs chasing down Spilly in second. Just a couple of laps, just gaining a bit more, few more tenths, and you'll be right there ready to make a move. And how long are they going to go? We're almost at half race distance and they're still racing on these soft tyres. Here we go, Plebs 7 tenths behind this time round. And we've got a pit. Aaron is into the pit as well as Spilly. So they jump into the pit. Plebs now takes the lead of the race. I'm sure that's a spot he didn't expect to find himself in even after pit stops. Take into account, Pete Crichton carries on. Medium tyres for Aaron, medium tyres for Spilly. Pete right now into 4th position. He'll be trying to regain some track space, track position. And I dare say once he does his pit, he'll be out on those soft tyres, given how long everyone was out on those 4 to start with. He'll have the benefit of low fuel. And should be able to punch out some pretty cool numbers. But he does have a time penalty or 2 hanging over his head. So Aaron rejoins the track in 7th position, Spilly in 8th. Oh, and Crossy just being handed a 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane. That is harsh. Webs carries on though, still on these soft tyres. He's obviously happy with his pace. But you'd be thinking he wouldn't want to be doing the too much more laps on this tyre. But he'll be watching these gaps, that's for sure. That gap to leader. Will we see Plevs in this lap? And yes, we will. Into pit lane he comes. Hard on the brakes. Ooh. Pete Crichton carries on. And now he leads the race for the first time. We can see where Plevs actually comes out. We've got a few cars still yet to pit. He actually comes out. Oh, that was Aaron having an off there. That does not help him at all. Not at all. So he drops down all the way down to 9th for Aaron. And importantly, behind Spilly. And a good gap back to Aaron and Pete Crichton. Well, LJB has dropped all the way down to 13th. So your front runners that are early on in this first part of the race are barely anywhere to be seen right now. I mean, Pete Crichton yet to pit, but he will still go, I'd dare say, a few more laps yet. Saskas, who was dead last there, right at some points, all the way in the second, but of course he is yet to pit, and he does pit right now. But this will actually help his track position. So has the overcut actually worked for these guys, some of these guys? We've got Spilly circling now back in 3rd. Plevs actually drops back into the track in 4th spot. I'm not too sure if Aaron got caught up in some traffic there. As he tried to make his way back through the pack. Still got a few guys yet to pit, not too many. So 2 guys up front and 1 guy in the middle yet to make a stop. Pete Crichton looks like he's coming in now to do his stop. So 16 laps remaining. Onto the soft tyres he does go. Where does he lock out? Back down there in, I think, 7th. These are behind Aaron. There's 7th, there's 8th as well, possibly. There goes 7th. He comes out ahead, just ahead of Andre. Andre should get in here, maybe not. No, he stays in 7th position. So Pete Crichton in 7th, but he has fresh, soft tyres. And he is, what is he, 7 seconds off the lead of the race. So, let's see what he can do. Spilly trying to get past Sideshow, who's yet to pit on these half race old tyres. He goes very, very wide there. Let's cross him through as well. He should be pitting any tick of the clock now for Sideshow. Spilly up in second. Plebs currently leads the race. And Pete Crichton actually managed to get past Aaron now. There's 15 odd laps remaining, and there's plenty of laps for him to come through. Let's see if he can. He's got a few speedy guys in front. See how Plebs can go. He hasn't fared too well some races on this medium tyre. He usually has struggled in some races, but so far so good. He seems to be extending his lead a little bit by a little bit. And as long as he can build that sort of a gap, it'll hold him in good stead. Once the charging Pete Crichton comes through, because he will come. Not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. Sideshow still not pitting yet. Very strange. He's just going backwards at a rate of knots now. There you can see Pete Crichton in the distance, back behind. Closing in very, very quickly. Todd started off in the 4th spot, so he was down the order a bit, but managed to make up a few spots with those cars going off. Crossy still applying a fair bit of pressure now to Spilly. Crossy coming good late in the season, providing us some good racing action, especially last week in America. Had some great battles there with Crossy. Pete Crichton getting past Sideshow, which was inevitability. But Crossy has been doing very well the last few races and scoring some pretty good points. Because he's one of the ones that's in that top, the 2nd, 3rd or 4th position in that championship. And so he's looking to maximise his points haul there in his final 2 races. So Spilly just falling behind a little bit into the clutches of Crossy as Plebs extends his lead again. Meanwhile, LJB has recovered so far into 9th position after that spin. And Crossy now is making his move, and he gets it done even before DRS starts. Actually just flies past, and here comes Pete Crichton as well on Todster, just behind there. he gets that move done. So Pete Crichton up in the fourth now. Crossy in the second, Billy down to third. What sort of pace does Crossy have over Plez? Still about 12 laps, 12 full laps remaining. Not over yet. Not by a long shot. Keep trying to make up as much time as he possibly can before that pace advantage wears out of his soft tyres and equalises with the mediums. Looks like he's got a good run here on Spilly. I dare say he'll take him here. And of course there he goes. Up in the third spot now. He is closing so fast. He's 2.5 seconds off the lead. Has a look, thinks twice. Goes down the inside of Crossy. Crossy tries to hang around the outside. Can he hang with him around here on the inside? No. Pete's later on the brakes. Gets the move done. Up in the second goes Pete Crichton, chasing down Plebs now. And he's already chopped a few tenths off this time. These tyres certainly helping. Let's watch him close the gap now. Trying to use everything what's left of his battery. An interesting thing will be, are we going to see some of that cat and mouse slipstreaming we saw back at Coda last week? Where it certainly sometimes was beneficial to let the guy chasing you pass. So you, at some certain points of the track, you can have the much more beneficial tow in the second point of the circuit. Now Crichton's within a second of the leader here. He can go harder on the brakes, he can go faster around the corners. He's eating up this time difference, absolutely chopping it to bits. Les may have resigned himself to the fact that Crichton's going to get him, but he's not going to give up without a fight. Plebs, of course, looking to seal second position in the championship. And a win would do that very nicely indeed. Pete Crichton looking to inject himself further up the championship order, actually, after a late start in the season. Here we go, here's the move we've been waiting for. Pete Crichton down the outside. He'll go hard on the brakes, goes around the outside and closes the door. Thanks very much. Pete Crichton back in the lead of the race. So, and this time he's passed on merit, on pace, rather than through pit stops. Peak Crichton now. Now, unless these tyres drop off, which I really don't see them doing, given how long everybody else stayed on them in the initial part of the race, these tyres will remain as good as they are for the rest of the race. With only 8 laps remaining. Plebs now just slowly dropping back. Still with the AWS, so he's able to close a little bit and pull away a bit more from third place Crossy. He doesn't have DRS, of course. Aaron coming back up to the 6th spot now. LJB up into 8th after his incident. Taking care of Suska. Aaron into 6th. Oh, we got Zeppi retired from the sessions. Unfortunately, looks like he's had an incident. And he is gone. Seven laps to go of the Brazilian Grand Prix. Pete Crichton is your current race leader. And he's just pulling away, ever little bit by little bit over second place Plebs. Pete on the alternate strategy of starting the race on medium tyres, now currently on softs. And with that pace advantage has managed to get himself back into the lead of the race and starting to build a nice little cushion. Let's see now, Aaron down in 6th looking to, because he had that little spin earlier as well at turn 1-2. Looking to place himself close enough here to get a move done. And he's being patient and going to have another crack a bit later. Have a look into turn 4. No. So close though. LJB makes another move stick. And he's up into 8. Either that or Sideshow was trying to get past him. Because it wasn't 8. Sideshow trying to get past LJB. Sideshow actually on nice fresh soft tyres. So he's going to have the pace advantage for sure. He goes pushed wide there by LJB. But he goes straight back up the inside again. This opens the door for Suska. Oh my goodness. So LJB loses 2 spots in one corner. It's always a bad deal. All that hard work, all been undone. Meanwhile, these guys still circulate. Looks like time's starting to plateau a little bit now. Aaron trying to make a move on Todd, so he's going to go around the outside, is he? Or is he going to try and go and then cut back on the inside here? No, he thinks twice. Todd still stays in 5th for now. Another move attempt here, no, not quite. Looks like he's going to try and position himself for a turn 4 lunge. He won't get close enough for this. Back onto the main straight with a car sitting in the middle of the track there. I think that was Skilly, was it? Well, I'm not too sure what happened there, but Skilly absolutely clean. Oh, it looked like he was at a dead stop there. That was very strange. Aaron up in the 5th spot now. Crossing into 4th. So it's sitting down to 6th. I really don't know what happened there. The camera angle didn't really help us much. You just sort of saw that car almost sitting in the middle of the main straight. Almost not moving. Pete Crichton is absolutely flying. He's extended his lead out to 3.6 seconds. As Pleasure extends his gap over Crossy to 3.3 seconds. LJB moving his way back up the order. He's back into 8th spot now. Retaking Suskas. Suskas seems to be having some issues. He's falling back, is he? Not quite. Falling into the clutches of Sushi. Skilly has actually gone into the pits this late into the race, so does he have some damage? Changing his tyres. No repairs done. Just re-enters the track. Very strange what happened there, not too sure. Two laps remaining now. Really maybe going for that fastest lap. You won't do it behind slower traffic. So the final lap begins. Aaron running out of chances to make a move here. Looks like we're going to have a few penalties to sort out as we cross the line. Another move along here. No, he's not quite close enough. Really gets past LJB, but LJB doesn't want to give it up. They lock wheels, so he has to give that one up, which is going to allow Kasuche through again. LJB is going to be locked here behind Skilly. Kasuche gets through. Meanwhile, your race winner for Brazil is Mr. Pete Crichton. On the alternate strategy, and second place is Plevs, followed by Crossy in third. Todster stays in fourth, closely followed by Aaron. Actually, Crossy drops a position after penalties. He did get that 5-second penalty, remember, in the pit lane. And drops a position to fourth. goes slideshow. Skilly is next. Skilly actually drops a few spots there as well, as does LJP. And there is your race, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there it is, folks, the penultimate round of the championship. And we are done and dusted. So well done to Pete Crichton, Plevs, and Toddstar. Another good finish there from Plevs. It didn't look like he had any speed yet with that qualifying, but a bit fortuitous in some of the others having a spin here and there, but he certainly did show he had the pace to be up the front, so well done to him as well. So there it is, folks. Final positions and penalties and whatnot. So well done to everybody for all of that business. Well, that is, of course, round 20 of the 21 round championship Pacific Series Tier 1 of Spec Esports. My name is Disturbo from RaceOnOz.com, and yeah, thanks for joining us. Next week it will be our final round from Abu Dhabi, so we expect to see everyone there. My co-partner in crime, Avenger Ben, will be here with me to finish off the season. And yeah, we can't wait to see everyone there and to see what the final race has in store. Again, congratulations to our podium getters. And yeah, we'll catch you all next week. Thanks for joining us.